Hello, sir. I welcome you to the 23rd Pune International Film Festival.
Thank you very much.
And also, I welcome you to India.
Thank you.
So, I have watched your film, and certainly it was a mind boggling experience to actually learn some very new things about sexuality and heterogeneousness of marriage relationships, also. So, my first question to you is, how do you consider sexuality as a fluidity of concept, and how do you perceive it personally? And the second part of the question is, how do you film it?
How do I film it? Yeah. Oh, that's a good question. Well, I think this film is trying to point at sexuality as something that is not very easy to put in boxes. It can vary from. It's a part of your identity, but it's hard to tell who's defying your identity. Is it yourself? Is it someone else? Is it yeah? So it's this is the movie is about exploring new things sexually, and it can be a very bumpy ride. I don't know.
Certainly.
And for me, personally, it's hard to say something about this, but it certainly is. It's not very black and white. It's
It's grey.
shifting. Yeah.
Okay. So, it is true, I guess, that we sometimes have to question the norms that are set by the society.
Yes.
So, these are all, we can say, are traditional norms. So, what do you think that when we question these traditional norms, how do the audiences internationally as well as in the Norway, how do they impact through these kind of films?
I suppose the film is viewed differently, different places in the world, but in Norway it's viewed. It's a comedy, but it's also very philosophical, and it's kind of the idea of what is gay, and the idea what is gender, and the idea what is normal, and I suppose that is different over the whole world, but the questions are the same, but the answers are perhaps different.
Uh, okay, sir. So in movie, it is shown that you, as your character, you are having a sexual relationship with a man,
Yeah.
and later you are confronting it with your wife.
Yes.
And normally, in these circumstances, the wife is seen shouting or kicking their husband out of the houses. This is what
Yeah.
Indian households do, at least.
Yeah.
I know that. And in the movie, she has reacted very calmly to it. She has written down her feelings in the books, talked to her friends, and she has had a very open conversation. So,
Yes.
is it a norm that is shown just in the film, or is it done in Norway that way?
I think this is fiction, but I think it is possible to do it this way. I think you might see examples of this in Norway. I think so, but also I think the director wants to show a world that is possible. It is possible for a couple to figure things out. It is possible for me and my colleague to just sit and discuss feelings and sexuality, because it's not that common to have that conversation with a colleague in Norway.
True.
It isn't, but it would be nice. And so I think the director wants to show that what if this was possible, and I think I like that idea.
True. I guess a director's lens is always futuristic, where he thinks
Yes.
that this should what audience do in their real lives also.
Yeah.
So when we think about futuristic words, it is said that masculinity is more about being the macho man and being the alpha man or something like that.
Yeah.
But in this, masculinity has been showed very emotionally and something that is very touching, and where it's okay for the man to question himself, what does he likes, what does he dislikes,
Yeah.
how does he like to be perceived. So how do you think that is it present in the real world, or is it just the movie or the fictional world that it is present yet?
I think it is a stereotype of what masculinity should be, or but I think and I hope that things are shifting, and I think uh, for me anyway, I think I can relate to the character. Uh, I'm I don't know sensitive and I don't know. I'm not that into the macho stuff, but I think anyway in Norway everything is okay. More and more anyway. Yeah.
Okay. So, how do you expect the international audience to? What has been the audience's review, according to you, of this movie internationally?
Um, it's been great. I've been a bit around the world, and a lot of people are asking the same questions like you. Why aren't they fighting? Why are they just talking about it? Why aren't they throwing glasses in the wall? But I think that is a bit the Nordic Scandinavian. It's a bit cold and calm.
Is it because the people over there are more educated and more reading into books and philosophies of life? Is it because of that, or because of something else?
That's a very difficult question to answer, but I think it has to do with the social structure. Some because there are the hierarchy is very flat, so everyone regards everyone as equal in a way. So and I don't think we are smarter in any way. I don't think we have read more books either, but um, it's hard to tell actually why we are the way we are.
So you technically agree that the way you are is something that you support, and that's what your belief system is naturally
Yeah,
also.
yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So again, now shifting towards the film festival, how
Yes.
has been your experience so far at the Pune International Film Festival, sir?
It's been great, fantastic to meet so lovely people, and actually I just came last night, so I had quite a shock with the temperature because I was coming from snow and ice freezing, so I had to I had to
Yeah,
change my
it
clothes.
is the heaters.
But so far it's been great. Yes, I'm really looking forward to see more movies and meet more people.
Okay, sir. So may I know any future projects like these that you are working on?
Yes, I've been working on a movie called Mr. K. I think it's gonna premiere soon, and yeah, I have several productions coming up, but it's hard to tell which one will reach out for an international audience.
Okay. Okay, sir. So my last question is that you have attended many international film festivals before. So in comparison, what do you feel that the audiences are more acceptable towards, and how has been your experience here?
It's always interesting to listen to if they're laughing or not. In some countries they are quiet during the screening, and some countries there are a lot of laughter and a lot of discussion. So that's a good barometer. So I'm really excited to see the movie tonight.
Okay, sir. And now I'll hand over my mic to my partner for his question.
Yes.
Hello, sir. I have one question.
Yes.
Is this a trilogy that you have made?
Yes.
Love, Dream, and Sex, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So can you talk about it a bit? That how you conceptualize the trilogy, and how do you, the fluidity of gender and sexual experiences. How do they flow in the trilogy? If you can talk about that.
It's true. This is a trilogy, and it's called Sex, Dreams, and Love. And the director has said that actually the three titles could swap for all of the movies. And so the topics of sex and love, they are kind of dreamy. So it is a fluid thing, and when you see them all together, I think you will realize that we all have dreams, and it's a very personal thing. This what is love and what is sex, and it's hard to tell, but I think it's a great project. It's a very inclusive project, and it's a very eye-opening project, I think, and I think it's a very humane, deeply humane project. Yes.
So, when you conceptualize the trilogy, what was the first thing that you thought about that you will make a film about a particular, for example, whether it was dream or whether it was love or whether it was sex? I mean, how did you go about that?
Well, I'm just the actor in one of them.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So for me, we are talking about. I'm in the sex movie. So, but it's a very dreamy, and it's just as much about love. My movie as well. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Hello, sir. Welcome to 23rd Pune International Film Festival.
Thank you.
So I watched your film, and I'm going to frame my question in the actor's perspective. Whenever I saw your scene with your wife, there was a huge tension in every frame. So, as an actor, while doing that role or while framing that scene or shooting that scene, what was your thought process during the entire filming of the film, and as an character, what were the development that how husband of a being a straight man, and then that happened to you, and then facing the all consequences which happen in the house. So as an actor also, and as a while developing the character also, what was the I think challenges, and back of the mind, what was the thought process was going on in the entire film schedule?
It's a good question, and when you're dealing with topics like this, you have to fantasize and do a lot of work on your own. And I was thinking, this character, I think he's married and he's happy, but maybe he feels a bit stuck. I don't know, and maybe when he got this question from this man, he never thought of this, and but he says yes, and maybe it's a way of taking back ownership of his own life, because when you're married, you kind of, your life is also it's owned by your wife. You can't do exactly what you want, and by doing this with this man, I think he felt some kind of freedom, and he was taking back the ownership of his own life, I think, but he didn't realize the consequences. I don't think he realized that he would hurt his wife, and that's it's a bit strange, but I don't think he did. And when his wife is getting so upset and sad, I think his whole world view is kind of, I think he loses the ground beneath him, and it's existential thing. And for me, I was memorizing, thinking about things I had experienced in my life where was eye-opening for me. That was sometimes I have lost touch with the reality in a way, and it's very painful. So I was going through all those moments in my personal life, and it's a very, for me, it's concentrated thing to kind of concentrate all those moments in from your life and put it on screen. Yeah.
But it felt very real while we
Yes,
watch it on the screen.
Yes, it's kind of surprised me as well. I was very. It felt really real. Yeah.
While watching as a third person, as an audience, so what do you feel that the man is going through this situation as an audience?
I think it's great to portray this. I'm very proud to portray someone who is very vulnerable, someone who has put himself in that position, and I'm proud to show that to the world that yeah, this is also what it can be to be a man.
On that note, thank you very much, sir, for your time, and thank you. Have a nice day and enjoy the beef.
Thank you.
Welcome to India, sir.
Thank you very much.